might want to bomb Syria, but I'm no isolationist. I want to help people who need help, people who are oppressed or just poor. But how do we best do that? Many people say foreign aid's the answer, and the singer Bono used to believe that. Bono used to stop concerts to tell fans Western governments can end poverty.
We have the resources, we have the know-how to end the extreme poverty.
Angelina Jolie went to Africa and talked about what would be possible if America would just spend more.
What we've seen on this day is that there are solutions.
But what Jolie and Bono didn't think about until recently is that there is a big difference between government-to-government foreign aid and people like Jolie going to the third world and trying to help people directly. Bono, at least, has realized that the best way to help people is to allow capitalism to happen. And he recently surprised me by saying aid is just a stopgap. Commerce and entrepreneurial capitalism take more people out of poverty than aid. Yes, but if the singer can get it, why can't our politicians? Chris Coyne wonders about that, too. He says we should stop all foreign aid, that America's billions in humanitarian aid is doing bad by trying to do good. And that's roughly the title of his book. So, Chris, what do you mean?
Well, ultimately, when it comes down to state-provided humanitarian aid, there's a fundamental gap between the intention or rhetoric of doing good, of helping those in need, and the actual results, which oftentimes are very bad and harm the very people we intend to help.
Harm them how?
Well, there's a variety of ways that we harm them. One is that when you inject millions, if not billions of dollars of foreign aid into a already corrupt and dysfunctional society, it further politicizes life, it fuels corruption, it fuels kleptocrats, it allows regimes which are already terrible and dysfunctional to sustain. On top of it, even where aid does help in the short term, in other words, does provide some people in need with things, it oftentimes creates a fundamental dependency problem, which is those individuals then become dependent on handouts, and without any means of further widespread development, they rely on continued handouts from other countries and governments.
So we give people food, and that teaches people that they can't make money growing their own food, wrecks the business model. We give it to governments, they steal it, and so it rewards corrupt people. Afghanistan got more than $15 billion in foreign aid, but their GDP was only about $16 billion. That has to be distorting.
That's exactly right. A report by the World Bank indicated that about 97% of Afghanistan's GDP is a result of aid and spending by foreign occupiers. And ultimately what this means is that the entire economy is propped up by transfers from the United States and other developed countries to Afghanistan. The problem here is that if those donors ever leave the country, either the occupiers or those transfers stop, then there really is very little genuine sustainable economic activity within Afghanistan, such that ordinary Afghan citizens will suffer.
And the amount of American money that was just wasted or stolen must be phenomenal. There was a military official who told Congress that they had these blocks of $100 bills. This is $100,000 here. That they were just around the office. They were tossing them like footballs just to entertain themselves, and much of that money disappeared.
That's exactly right. So the one estimate, or the best estimate we have in Iraq, is that $6.6 billion just vanished. It was stolen and disappeared, and we, the United States, have no idea of where it went or how it went missing. And this is the fundamental problem with aid. There's a lack of accountability and responsibility. And one of the basic lessons in life, really, one that we teach children, is you have to have consequences for your actions or you won't act responsibly. Yet when it comes to spending billions and billions of dollars, we don't seem to hold politicians and aid practitioners to the same standard. And therefore, they waste the money. It's not theirs, so they really don't incur the cost of wasting other people's money.